my name is Shan. Welcome to Shan's Tales and Tidbits. I appreciate you dropping by today. And I'm on a journey to have a happier and healthier mind, body, and soul. And today I'd like to just, go over my experience with how I quit smoking and the motivations behind that. I used to smoke for about 22, 23 years. Why did I start smoking to begin with? Stupidity for one. But I was about 20 years old. I was having a party. Well, I was at a party. And almost everybody there smoked. And it's about 8 to 10, 12 people there. And we're all joking around. And somebody jokes around, oh, Shan doesn't smoke. She's a goody two-shoes. She can't do it. I'm a Leo. I don't like being told that I can't do something. Unless it's from a police officer, something might be like illegal, then maybe. But I'm kind of hard-headed. And if you tell me that I can't do something, I'm generally going to do it. Honestly, I'm going to put my mind to it and I'm going to do it. So I'm at the party and they're all joking around and I grab somebody's pack of cigarettes. I don't even remember whose it was. And I grab their cigarettes, take one out, and they're like all laughing at me. Grabbed the lighter and I lit it up and I smoked it. Surprisingly, smoked it without too much coughing because somebody that doesn't smoke generally is going to cough a lot. Surprised everybody, and it's probably because I've always been around a lot of secondhand smokers. Pretty much all my life. So they're all like, what? I can't believe that. She's smoking. That's so crazy. Obviously, they didn't think I'd keep it up. So throughout the night, I bummed another one from each person, going around bumming cigarettes from the friends. And they're all like, oh, whatever, laughing at me. The next morning, I go to the convenience store right by my old house and bought a pack of Newports and a lighter. And continued to smoke off and on for a really long time. Through the years, I quit smoking off and on. I quit smoking once when I started going to church, and I had some divine intervention helped me there. And another time I had quit from smoking cessation classes that I had taken through my job. That did help. It made me accountable. The smoking cessation did. I had to write down how many cigarettes I smoked in a day and what time that was at. And then when I went to the next class, they're like, okay, you're smoking so many cigarettes a day. You're smoking them around this time. Now you can only smoke a cigarette at, say it was on the hour. It had to be on the hour. It couldn't be 15 minutes after. It couldn't be 2 minutes after. It had to be at that time. If you miss your window, you have to wait till the next one. So I set my time, and if I didn't get to that time frame to smoke, I just didn't smoke. And that took me about a month of doing that I did quit smoking, and I quit smoking for a couple of years. And of course I let, stress get the better of me, and being around other smokers really did not help. And I didn't have healthy coping mechanisms. I didn't have anything healthy that I was doing that really helped me stay focused. I mean, I did a lot of the meditation a little bit, and I did a little bit of journaling, and I did a little breathing exercises, but I slowly stopped doing those things that really helped me during the smoking cessation. The last time that I had quit smoking, I had quit smoking from a drug called Chantix. And that was about 14 or 15 years ago. I started taking that medication, and it helped me within a 2-month time frame. I was completely done. I had no desire for cigarettes. I didn't have a lot of the strange, weird side effects that a lot of other people get from that medication. And I later found out that actually it's derived from Wellbutrin, and Wellbutrin has always helped me with my attention deficit. So, which I didn't even know that I had until about 2 months ago. And that medication strongly helped me. So, why I started smoking again after that 3-year period that I had quit from the Chantix is that I had to have back surgery for a second time. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. There was more of a possibility of paralysis because of scar tissue. So I had a family member over at the house, and they were like, "Oh, when do you go in for surgery?" And I was like, "I go in on this date." And they were like, "Okay, well," she was smoking a cigarette, and I said, "Hey, can I have a cigarette to calm my nerves?" She's like, "Are you sure you really want to do that?" I was like, "Yes, I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm not going to start smoking. You don't even smoke the kind that I like anyway." So I smoked 2 of her cigarettes. She left. About 3 hours later, I begged my husband to go to the convenience store and buy me a pack of cigarettes. And of course, a lighter because I didn't have one. And I did this right before I had surgery, which you're supposed to quit smoking before you have surgery. But I had started smoking. Surgery was successful and fine, by the way. Didn't have any major complications other than me trying to go back to work too soon. So last year, on May 26th of 2021, I heard 3 words from my doctor that literally changed my entire life. Those 3 words were, "You have cancer. You have endometrial cancer." And I later found out I also had ovarian cancer and cancer on my fallopian tube. She was like, "You need to have surgery. We need to remove your omentum and make sure we get some lymph nodes, make sure nothing has spread to your lymph nodes." So even though I've had the full hysterectomy 6 months prior to this, because we didn't know that I had cancer then, I'm having surgery. And she's like, "You really, really need to quit smoking, especially at your age. There's more risk of complications," because I was 1 month shy of turning 43. And she strongly suspected that I was diabetic, even though I had not formally been diagnosed with that yet. I was a month later, but anyway. So I had that surgery, and then 2 weeks later, I had a chemo port installed. But the day that I quit smoking was 3 days after I heard those 3 words. I had my last cigarette on May the 29th of 2021 around 11 a.m. I threw the rest of the pack away. I think I had 1 or 2 left in there. I threw it away, and I have not smoked a cigarette since. So hearing the words "you have cancer," it really does something to your brain. It makes you sit back and reevaluate your life. Especially with being diabetic and now having to really be a lot more careful. Being so young, I made it through the surgeries safely, but I wanted to make some lifestyle changes as well. So about 3 months ago, I started exercising. My doctor had to put me on an additional diabetes medicine, which I wasn't quite happy about, but it's helping. And I'm hoping to get to the point where I will reverse the diabetes altogether because it's type 2. And I've started exercising, and I've started eating much healthier and significantly reduced my carbs, going on more of a keto style of diet. Also significantly reduced my sugar intake as well. But if you're struggling with quitting smoking, you can do it. I quit cold turkey, no help, no gum, no patches, no lozenges, Nothing like that. I just said, I'm done. I was scared, but I could not let fear override my health anymore. I was like, I've got to make some changes. So I know if I can do it, you can do it too. It doesn't matter if you've been smoking for 60 years. I truly believe that you can do it. It's just one at a time, laying off one cigarette at a time, and you can do it. Thank you for listening to my story. Just remember, you can only take one step at a time on this journey that we're on to a happier, healthier mind, body, and soul. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.